Oh, hey guys. I didn't see you there. All right, guys. That's a KTM 85SX engine for the KTM Supermini giveaway. We're going to rip this thing apart today and show you some stuff. Going to turn this thing into a Supermini over the course of the next few weeks. And then we're shooting to give this bugger away next month, August 2025. The giveaway window closes on August 4th at 11:59. So if you haven't gotten in on this giveaway, make sure you get over to EliteMotofactory.com, get yourself some swag. Every $25 you spend is one entry. Oh, and we're going to go to 4 times entries starting on the 4th of July because America, I'd say some other words, but I can't. But you guys can fill it in for me, okay? Do me the kindness, please. Bone stock, brand new, V-Force. Ugh. Hans decided to hock a loogie on this thing. We're going to clean that up. Anywho, I just wanted to show you the situation I'm dealing with here. So this is my engine bench. Lots of stuff goes down here. Tell me in the comments if you guys want to see like a shop tour or something. I work in my garage. I got it pretty dialed in. You know, you don't need a giant space. I've had the space. I've done the whole deal with the shop ×2. And then it seems like I always find myself at home, which is cool because I'm at home. It's pretty awesome. And come out in my garage and work on the stuff I work on. I painted that. That's got a fun story. Kind of not a fun story, but it's also a reminder. That was for a crate for the Hellraiser. I had a customer that was about to buy it in Japan. So I painted the cardboard and had it ready to ship, and then they backed out. Kind of a bummer, but I saved that as a little memento. That was a pretty cool time. So yeah, I just thought I would make a little frame and just hang it in my shop. I said, hey, knucklehead, remember that? You did some cool stuff. Still do, but I did then too. Okay, speaking of cool stuff, let's give you the ultimate rotation here. Okay, there we go. Yep, she's bone stock, guys. Brand new. I haven't even dumped the oil yet. I'm fixing to do that here real soon. But yeah, that's that. Just wanted to show you the situation, show you the engine bench. I scored this thing from a kitchen supply house up in Coeur d'Alene, actually, and it was disgusting. So that's why you see all the sweet little sanding disc marks on it, because it was despicable. I had to clean it up. But yeah, they're pretty sweet. I love my stainless tables, and this one I wanted to have a backsplash, so works out great. Anyway, check you later. Let me show you something. What in the tarnation is all this? Oh, it's some bits for somebody's soon-to-be new Supermini. Say, huh, man? I'm kind of getting a little jelly of who is ever going to win this motorcycle. Look at that. Look at that. Like true to form Rennies, boys and girls. From the era. 03, I told you, MC. He was a king, baby. He was a king. I guess he still is the king. Anywho, so we got some Rennies, tie finish, half waffle softs. We got us a gold chain. Duh. RK MXZ 4. That MXZ series chain is a really good chain. Used it for a long time. A Renthal rear sprocket, just bumping up a tooth on the 25. Stock is 46, so we're going to a 47. Hoyt, a Dodge Ram Minute. We got us a guts, full gripper, no ribbies, because it's a little two-stroke. I don't necessarily think that ribs are necessary for something like that, other than just some extra flair. But this right here is a piece of carbon fiber for the seat mount, because the plastic one is a piece of garbage. You can also find this at Guts Racing. Just double check the links. Yeah, so that's that. Got some black foreguards, because black foreguards. Oh, look at this. We even got us a Henny for a Mini. It's a Mini Henny. Yes, Hinson Racing. Oh, thank you guys. This is awesome. Check this out. Pressure plate. Made in America, people. Look at this little hub. It's adorable. One thing you have to do is get the old style hub lock washer. See that guy right there? So your little tab can hang in there, and you can fold it over to lock your hub nut in place. What do we have back there? That's spicy. Raptors. Oh, I just like the mud peg because I think it's cool. Look at that. There's no brace in the middle. The mud just falls right off. What the heck? Sledge? That could only mean one thing. Hammer. He's a sledgehammer. It's on the foot pegs. Guys, get with the program. Sign up. I'm going to tell my neighbors. They're going to sign up. And you're going to decrease your chances. Or just do something about it. Website. EliteMotorFactory.com. 25 bucks. One entry. Well, we're going 4 times on the 4th of July, baby. Oh, wait. One more thing. What in the heck is going on over here? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yep. Factory, baby. Bronze hubs. Silver rims, spokes, and nipples. My pals at W lace those puppies up. We got some Dunlops. MX-34s going front and rear. We got another bronzy, obviously. Big wheels, Dunlops. Thank you guys. Thank you, W. Thank you, Dunlop. Over here. There you go. Right there. Okay. Frame. FBC Dino. Hit this bugger with some silver. If you guys want to know the color, hit the comments. I'll let you know, I guess. Psych. We're going for the MC 03 theme. I'm not a replica guy, so bear with me on this, okay? There's a lot of guys that just build replicas, and that's what they do, and that's cool, but I like to just kind of do one-off stuff. It's kind of what people know me for. Just being crazy. Doing crazy stuff. Anybody can just throw some coatings on everything and call that a build. I mean, I've done it myself, but it's still cooler. Anywho, so let's go tear that engine apart. Just wanted to show you guys that Santa Claus came for you, and it's gonna be pretty neat. Okay, I'll check you later again. Oh man, goal here is to make you guys throw up. All right, some tunage and breaker 19. All right, y'all, let's get this little bugger apart. Okay, I know I'm missing a tool. I have tools. Gotta get some more. All right, y'all. Got some Avenged Sevenfold playing in my ear. One of my favorite bands. Let me know what kind of music you guys like to listen to, because it just helps me go. I'm not there yet to where I can just talk and video. I like music, so kind of keeps me going. Love this engine stand. One of my favorite tools, for sure. Oh, hey, Hans, we got a bucket full of oil in the power valve. That's sick. That's cool. A bucket full of transmission oil. Not supposed to be in there. Tech tip. That's why these things will leak sometimes, guys. Are you 85, Supermini guys? Even on the bigger bikes, the 300s, the 200s, they have this rubber grommet right here. I believe you can see it in this video. They always got goop everywhere. So what you want to do is I actually just run a little bit of RTV. 1211 is like my all-time favorite gasket maker. 3-bond, 1211. Straight from Japan. It's awesome. So anyways, a little bit of 3-bond 1211 around this grommet every time you do a top end. It holds for quite a while, but it'll eventually breach also. And this thing is just gooping everywhere. How much was in there, for Pete's sake? Ooh. Okay. Working. Rags. Tools. Oil. Come on. There it goes. Keep your finger on that little bugger, because it'll go flying. I think brand spanking new. Ugh. Let me just use grease on these things. See that? That's the little guy I'm talking about. It'll leak oil. It's even wet right now on the outsides. So a little bit of 1211 around this. Clean this bore right here. That'll help save this goopy mess all over the place. Wrong size, Vern. There's that. There it is. Ah! Okay, we're good. Safety. This whole top end assembly is going to go MIA. Pull spark plug. This is a new series, even on the 85s, the Brisk. I know the 50s and the 65s went to the Brisk plug for 24 and 25. Smells pretty neat. Yeah. Spark plug, guys. Go bang. Just put it right there. Okay, tools. Loosen this bugger. We're going to dump oil because stuff. There's my 13. I'm a KTM. I like to use 13s and 11s. Arnold, shut up. Okay. Oh, man. Shoot. Okay. Dumping oil. You'll see it in the pan. Ugh. Brand new. And I even did some crusty burnouts on this thing. She's still nice. A bit of nice. Come on now, drain. I'm just going to let this thing chill out here. Okay, and we're going to tip it a little bit just to get some more drainage. And we'll rip this guy apart. Left side. That's why it's there. Collection. Okay, we're going to put that there now. This way. Oh, before I forget, pull rod. Push rod, not a pull rod, Tony. Come on, tell the people the right stuff. Just going to set that over here, right on the edge of my tray. Ear protection and metal. Save these washers, guys. Prevention for losing a shifter. And maybe I'll do a video when I build this thing. Probably will. Where I'll show you guys some tips and tricks. Ear protection. Counter shaft sprocket. Whoa, bro. Sometimes Hans likes to hook this up with a little extra sauce. Catch my drift. Freaking guy. Hans, can we talk about this? You did this on the bike too. The chassis. There she goes. You know, since I got a little engine in my rack here, I should bring up the topic. If anybody's ever interested in you know, some project assistance with their own projects, or some engine help with their engines, whether it be like a solid OEM rebuild or a full pimp out, hit your boy up. I'd be happy to help you guys with your projects as well. Contact link, website, stuff. Okay, 8 mil. So whoo-wee. I'm just measuring the pickup clearance to the pickup on the actual flywheel itself. Pickup clearance is 22 thousandths. Grab a jug again. Power tools. It's Tim the Tool Man Taylor would say. Ear protection. Magnet. Can't get it. There's a washer in there, guys. Man. Yeah. Come on, there should be. Flywheel puller. Is this my guy right here? I reckon so. Little tech tip, guys. All right, guys, little tech tip here on removing flywheels that you can't really put a stopper inside. You put pressure on the crankshaft with the flywheel puller, it won't damage the end of the crank. On certain Hondas, that you need a special cap for your flywheel puller. A little cap for your flywheel puller. This that goes over the end of the crank, because there's actually an oil passage inside that crankshaft to feed the connecting rod. This cap goes over that. Then you can put pressure on the crankshaft to pull the flywheel off. Okay. I can elaborate more on that another time. But right now we're working with this little bugger. So what I like to do is take a penny and chop it into little bits. So you can put it on the end of the crankshaft, and then your flywheel puller will go over the top, because there's like a needle point in these that will actually center itself on this crank. I just don't like to mar the crank up. So a little penny is a little preventative measure to protect the crankshaft. But to hold the penny in place, you just use a little bit of grease. A little Maxima assembly grease, baby. Grab your acid brush, a little dab will do ya. It's okay to go kind of heavy because you don't want this thing to move. Give it a little. There we go. Sound effects. Tech tip. Free of charge. Oh boy, I'm an idiot. Here we go. We'll level it out. Penny. Flywheel. Puller. Some buggers are left-hand thread. So once you get it in place, get it pretty deep. You can back it off once you bottom out just a skosh. Drive down the driving end. Lock it in. Jug. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. A little penny stayed in place. What do you know? Tony's not a full idiot. He just makes stupid noises. Okay, so now you guys can see what happened to the penny. Right there. See that? Pretty neat, huh? Save this guy for another time. On a smaller bolts like that, I like to loosen them by hand that I know have thread locker on them, because I've had bolts actually strip out engine cases that had a lot of thread locker on them. This was back in like the 4.5 era with the RMZs and the KX 250Fs. Those things were a dream. Pieces of garbage, really. Thread lock, some fasteners, and they would, when you go hit it with the gun to disassemble a brand new engine, it would actually pull the threads out with it. It was super sick. That's some knowledge for you guys, and some history. Now I get the woodruff key out. Always pull the woodruff key out, because the last thing you want to have happen is that thing go missing. It's brand new, so I mean, a lot of times I like to replace these things on rebuilds, because this, I'm going to change this one out too, because they're supposed to stay. I'm marring the snot out of it trying to get it out. So replace, little punch. The fact that it's fitting tight is good. I want it to fit tight, I want it to fit loose. So we're going to just tap this guy out to the point where I can grab it. Okay. I'm going to grab it and get it the rest of the way. So I'm not going to be able to split this case with that in there, and I don't like it going through the seal. Give me it. It's mine. Bozo. No, I don't like that doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try this again. A little punch. Just massage it. Always pull the woodruff keys, guys. Replace them too. It's like $2. You mess it up when you're taking it out. So that one's trash. Make my note on the board. Woodruff key fly. There's another one on the right side too. So just want to at least make a note so I know which one to get. Yippee! That's done. Watch this. Oh wow, that's pretty neat right there. I don't know. Okay, we are. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna crack this guy loose for the water pump because there's still fluid in there. I use chemical caps for the hardware. Pull a few of those out. We got left side, we got right side, we got cases. Save your chemical caps. You can use these as bolt holders, and you can even label them with a silver Sharpie. That's another tech tip. I learned that one from one of my old Aussie teammates. Mixon, I think, taught me that one. Pretty sure. Mixon, he's a bad dude. Guy's still building engines for factory Honda. Pretty neat. Gasket, clutch cover. One more thing I want to make a note of is the power valve setting. I got paint pen on it, but I want to make sure I know where it's at. So my little tool, I'm going to mark it, use a Sharpie, so I can count how far it is from all the way out. 1 revolution, 1 1/4. Make a note, equals 1.25. Don't jug them when they're brand new. Use a hand tool, ratchet, T-handle, loosen case bolts and stuff. Nice thing about these caps is they're partitioned, so you can put your water pump bolts in the center, and then you can put all your clutch cover and outer primary cover around. Pretty neat. Don't need a cardboard box. If you want to label it that way, you can. You know, if you ever get lost, you can just go to Parts Finder, and it'll tell you exactly the dimension of the bolt that is supposed to go in the hole you are confused on. Guys, remember, we got to grunt. Power tools. You can grunt too, doesn't matter. I don't even care. I don't even care where it goes. Watch. On the outside, it's the clutch cover, not the water pump cover. And then, we're going to buzz this guy loose. Now be careful on these water pumps because they are plastic and they will break. There we go. Washer in the back. Got a little rectangular guy in it. Don't lose it. Keep all that stuff together. Primary cover off. Cover's coming. Power valve with it. Okay. There we go. Kind of feeds through that hole like so. Golly, they got a heap of oil in this thing. Pop your water pump. Come here. Rubber hammer. We're going to get this primary cover coated, so we're going to have to prep. Pull your dowel pins out, guys. Stick dowel pins with your bolts. At least that's what I like to do. I guess you don't have to do that. Do whatever makes you happy. I just know where everything is if my dowel pins are with my hardware. And if I got dowel pins left and put a cover on, clearly you didn't put them in. Okay, dowel pin. Scan. No more. Gaskets. Okay, we need a kickstart seal. H2O. All the bearings are going to stay in the cases. I'm going to pull this clutch and I'm going to stick it right here inside this primary cover. I'm going to get another tray and then everything else will go on it. I'm going to pull this cylinder last. I just want that piston held still right now. Once I get all the right side off, then I'll pull the cylinder. Ooh, man, Hans, you put way more than what I think needed to be in there for oil. Okay, that's loose. Loosen the cylinder head. Upgrading our intake as well. V-Force 4R, baby. They come stock with the 3. This is messy, guys. Just a heads up. Grab a rag. You start using power tools, flicking stuff around. Soak it up. It's going to fling oil everywhere. And you're going to be like, doggone it. All over you, all over your wall. All right, another point of note here. See where our spring pressure is set. With what setting? And it says we're number 2 on this little guy. So I'm going to try to show you. Typically they're always set to the second. There's a little ramp on the back of this, and that sets your spring pressure. If you were to go number 3 or number 1, right? Like number 3 is more pressure because it brings this adjuster, I'm going to call it, down, and number 1 relieves it a little bit. So the way to think about that is actually less tension on this spring provides more spring pressure, the less tension at this, because if you go flat with this, that makes the spring softer. Put in the comments. I'll try to explain it better in writing than in speaking. Sometimes I struggle with words. That's that. This is like a Bellevue washer. See, it's cupped, right? Pretend we're clutch plates. We're right here. Here is our adjuster on the outside. If we increase that clamping pressure, I'll call it, where you flatten this out, you actually make this spring softer. So the less amount of ramp on this Bellevue, the better for like a stiffer spring, right? It's like a heavier duty spring. Number 2 is in the middle. That's where they set it at the factory. So just some little food for thought there. There's like a beaver chewed on the inside of that. Okay. Oh, golly. That guy's a 22, 24. I like to leave the clutch plates in there because it holds the assembly together. You pull the plates out, and then the hub just starts spinning like a maniac, and you got to hold it with a tool. If you don't have the tool, this is the best way to crack it loose. I have the tool, but I'm trying to show you guys that may not have the tool. Now you can hold the hub while you get the primary. Guys, left hand thread too on this crank. Don't just start hitting it and going hammo. Like lefty loosey, you actually got to go righty loosey on that. Clutch hub is lefty loosey. Full clutch assembly. Okay, guys, there are parts in here that we do need. Dowel pins right here. That'll help you at least lift the clutch pack out. And these are directional little guys too. There are 2 little lines on the bottom. Okay, that goes into bottom. Bottom, not the top. Bottom. I'll say it again, bottom. KTM starts with steel, ends with a steel. Just so you guys know. Steel, steel, not fiber, fiber. Little baskets are so cool. Look at a basket. 1-piece steel, machined, bad to the bone. Primary, there's an O-ring inside this, guys. It's not in here. It's inside the primary gear and collar. Our kickstart assembly is coming next. I definitely improved these from years past because they were not bueno. I know it shifts. I ran it and all that jazz, but something to practice, guys. Before you tear an engine apart, make sure it does shift through the gears. First, second. Oh, don't want to fall into second. There's second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. We got all our gears. Okay, a little punch. Move our pizza cutter. These don't engage like a Japanese bike. They're different sizes on the back. Shift shaft. A washer. Don't forget it. No washers stuck to anything from the oil. So we're good there. Spin it to win it. Spin it to win it, guys. Pretty excited to go with VHM on this little guy, and 12-degree piston. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Thanks to Intech on that partnership. Intech USA, guys, if you need to get some VHM products, they are your resource. They handle all that here in the lovely state of Idaho, but they also distribute a lot of other things, SKF related, suspension wise. Pretty neat. So look into Intech, VHM. I mean, they do the whole Supermini kit, like you can do the 112. They got all that stuff coming out of the VHM land. So yeah, pretty excited about that partnership. Brand new. Cylinder's coming off. Hold the connecting rod in place. Well, I take the piston out and also split the cases so the connecting rod's not just beating on the engine cases when you're doing this. So I know it's a pretty neat tip. Base gasket, calipers, 0 out. What'd you guys do, an 8? 8. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I called that. If that was a customer, I'd keep it. But it's not a customer engine. It's one of your engines. Essentially a brand new piston. Come on, give me it. Okay, pretty much a new piston. I'm gonna split it. I gave it a little throttle at first just to make sure it's not hanging up, like it's got thread locker, like the old Cowie we talked about, Kawasaki. Then you can send it. But I wouldn't advise just going ham right off the bat. They're all loose. Tray swap. Another tray. Case bolts. Bam. Let me see if I can lift this without even having to use a splitter. Because on these they have a left side roller style bearing, not a caged roller. See if I can get fancy. Where's my hammer? Look at that. Just giving it a tap. Don't even need a splitter. Look at that. Don't need a splitter. Okay, there we go. That's the roller bearing. Okay, gasket. Pull these dowel pins. Come on, Hans. Give me that dowel pin. I will say their dowel pins are way better than like a Honda dowel pin, for instance. Nice. Nice and steady. They did actually put some grease on that gasket. Watch. Gasket, gasket, just comes right off. Yeah, they didn't do the whole thing because that actually burned on there a little bit. That's exhaust side, gets hot. Transmission, you see that right there? Look at that. Okay, springs on both sides. Main shaft only. Little bitty shift forks. Even that drum, rubber band. We save it because that goes on the transmission. Crankshaft just, bam, pulls right out. Little push on the main shaft and on the counter shaft at the same time. Come on now. Keep being stubborn. Sometimes they need just a little tap. Little tap. It's all in the hips. Come on, Happy. See, it's starting to come apart on me here because that main shaft is hanging up. I still got it. Tighten that bearing. So rubber mallet, just get a little tap. There we go. And I just dropped something. So pay attention, stuff will fall, and you're going to want to know the sequence that it goes together in a transmission, because washers backwards can equal not shifting. Lost one of our gears. I like to orient the round side in on that particular washer just so we can get some extra. Well, I think the theory that I have is that oil will just flow a little bit better in those particular parts. It'll bring the oil into the shaft instead of to the out because it's the round side. Same with like a clutch plate, like a steel clutch plate. Oh, wait a minute. There's two washers. So this guy, and it could be different. They could be different. They look a lot alike. There's that transmission gear. There's that roller bearing. This washer. That. This. And sometimes the wear marks on the parts will help you. Transmission's out. Couple rubber bands. Rubber band. Gears won't fall off. Rubber band. Gear doesn't fall off. Okay. Main shaft, same thing. Rubber band. Rubber band. That doesn't fall. Look at that. It's like a blizzard from the DQ. Let me tip it so it can drain. Ugh. Shut her down. Tell you what's up. That's a wrap. It's apart. It's dribbling some stuff, some goo, and some pretty nasty. Yeah. So the next steps for this little bugger are the crankshaft. It's going to my pal, Jan Primo, incoming Frenchie. He is going to take care of the balancing on this little bugger. We also have some VHM goodies coming, a 105 head and a 12-degree piston and dome. Pretty pumped on that. Actually, that partnership is going to be pretty swell. Lots of performance to come out of the land of VHM. So pretty excited about that. Looking forward to showcasing some of that for you guys too. We can actually find these products here in the States pretty easy. Intech USA is a distributor for VHM and Get products. So look them up, guys. It's good stuff coming out of that place. And they're right here in town, Boise, Idaho, not far from my shop. Well, I think you guys know what to do from this point on. If you've been following the channel for a little bit, or even the Instagram. If you don't know about the Instagram, go check it out. Follow the page, Elite Moto Factory on Instagram, Elite Moto Factory on Facebook. Make sure you get entered into this giveaway. It's 25 bucks. Get some merch, some swag. It's pretty cool. So 25 bucks is one entry, but on the 4th of July, for 3 weeks only, we're going to do 4 times entries because the 4th of July is America's birthday, and that is just cool. Also, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I'm having fun doing this and interacting with you guys out there. It's really cool. So if you could leave some comments, like the video, share it with your buddies. Go check out the website, elitemotofactory.com. Checking out our services, our portfolio. I've been doing this a long time. I'm rooted in the dirt bike community, put equipment on the biggest stages. I'm not a YouTube guy. I was a dirt bike mechanic for a long time. Now I'm getting into YouTube, and I'm going to share a bit of my skills with the world. Let me know what you think. Also, Joe Dirt is one of the best movies ever made. Bye.